1939, Aguinaldo confirmed that he ordered the execution of Bonifacio, but said that he was only prevailed upon by his advisors to do so. Nasulsulan lang, in order to keep the revolutionary forces united. In this account, Aguinaldo's self-interest precedes in the background, and a chorus of justifications invoking what is good for the revolution and for the country overpowers him. The rather dubious portrayal of Aguinaldo in this manner may anger many as skirting the issue of Aguinaldo's responsibility for Bonifacio's death. Whatever excuses Aguinaldo may offer, the fact is, once Bonifacio stepped out of the Tejeros Convention, in which he was stripped of his leadership position in the revolution, he was not to leave Aguinaldo's province of Cavite alive. Therefore, the movie innovates by attempting to honor Bonifacio without imagining him as a pure innocent martyr, and also without casting his nemesis Aguinaldo as evil and power-hungry. The movie seems to say that to honor Bonifacio, it suffices to simply acknowledge Bonifacio's incomparable achievement as the instigator of the revolution. And what do Bonifacio's and Aguinaldo's moral failings? Is there much point debating the crimes and character flaws of heroes long dead? My personal inclination is to say yes, these are relevant questions to consider because they have contemporary implications. But my time is up and I don't want to start a debate. The good news in all of this is that Bonifacio's life and death still inspires passions and provokes strong emotions. Bonifacio is not yet history. Bonifacio is not dead. Bonifacio is alive in the people's hearts. Long live Bonifacio.